No jobs, no prisons. No jobs, no prisons. No jobs, no prisons. Total abolition. No jobs, total abolition. Total abolition. No jobs, no prisons. All right. Out of your home, into the street. Out of your home, into the street. Get off your phone, get in the street. Get off your phone, get in the street. Get off the sidewalk, into the street. Get off the sidewalk, into the street. If you care about justice, get in the street. If you care about justice, get in the street. March with us. March with us. I said, march with us. March with us. Yeah, march with us. March with us. I said, march with us. March with us. March with us. March with us. I said, march with us. March with us. March with us. March with us. I said, march with us. March with us. March with us. I said, march with us. March with us. March with us. March with us. I said, march with us. March with us. March with us. March with us. All right, y'all fucking tired yet? Are y'all fucking tired yet? Oh yeah! Out of your home, into the street. Out of your home, into the street. Off your porch, get in the street. Off your porch, get in the street. Off your phone, get in the street. Off your phone, get in the street. Out of your home, into the street. Out of your home, into the street. Off your phone, get in the street. Off your phone, get in the street.
Off your phone. They're like, off the sidewalks into the street. I'm like, but this is where I walk.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter. I said black lives matter. Black lives matter. Say it fucking loud. Black lives matter. I said black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. I said black lives matter. 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 Say his fucking name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Who did they kill? Why are we here? Who did they kill? Who did they murder? Off your phone, into the street. Off your phone, get in the street. Off your phone, get in the street. Off your phone, get in the street. Out of your home, into the street. Out of your home, into the street. Get off your phone, get in the street. Keep moving, y'all. Keep moving, keep moving. Black lives matter.
We are currently in Eugene, Oregon, where I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 streamers that are in this area.
Why are we here? Why are we here?
I'm going to go ahead and switch it up to another view. This is going to be on the outskirts of that crowd, the same one we were just looking at.
Why are we here? Why are we here? Who did they kill? Who did they murder? Who did they kill? Who did they murder? Who did they kill? Why are we here? Who did they kill? Justice for. Who did they kill? Why are we here? Why do we march? Say his name. Say his name. Say it louder. Say it again.
There's people in like all this housing looking out their windows at the march right now. People still running out and joining the march.
Say his name. Say his name. Who did they kill? Who did they kill? Why are we here? Why do we march? Why are we here? Why do we march? Why do we march? Who did they kill? Who did they murder? Who did they kill? 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 Why are we here?
I'm not sure if we got two different crowds here because this is another angle. Different crowd, same city, Eugene, Oregon. And they were moving.
Yeet.
Oh, great. Now we got.
Sorry, it's difficult to tell. There's about 8 to 12 seconds lag between videos, so.
See ya. Got an escort now. I said I got a nice little escort now. Oh yeah, I usually pee like right when I get here, so I don't.
Not because I hydrated like so much while I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate having to pee really bad or having to poop really bad is the worst.
I don't know if you've seen it, but on 90 Days In, there was an episode where this man, he was a colored man, he said, the reason I became a cop was so the cops would stop messing with me. And they still do. So I don't know if you might want to say that or something, but like, just let that be known. Do you want to say it? I'm sorry.
I agree. That is some real shit right there. No matter what.
Y'all thank you all for holding tight.
Indigenous person of color.
Robert fucking here.
He's like, I don't know.
Gonna move to the front left side of this crowd. Better angle.
C-A-B. I said A-C-A-B.
Zuli, you're watching from the crowd.
A-C-A-B.
Oh. Thank you, D. I appreciate you participating in the stream. If anybody's watching and you actually want to be a mod for my stream, I'm looking for mods for my stream. It's not huge or anything, but I definitely need mods in the chat.
What if your dad's a cop? What if your mom's a cop? What if your favorite uncle's a cop?
Hey.
He's a fucking bastard. I don't want to hear anything from them until their badge is on the fucking ground. A-C-A-B. A-C-A-B.
Oh no! I'm sorry you had to leave, Zuli. That sucks.
A-C-A-B.
Oh, sorry, brother.
A-C-A-B. 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 I said A.
Okay. Still, thank you for participating in the stream. I appreciate it.
Just gonna switch the angle again. It's tough with the lighting here, given the crowd.
A little over 200 people. There's probably between like 150 to 2 maybe now, I think.
Yeah, we started probably like 70.
If that.
Yeah. I mean, we gained probably close to 200 people just going through campus.
Yeah. Yelling Eugene, yeah, we're in Eugene, Alex.
I think we gained just as many people this time, just the crowd wasn't as big when we started.
Really?
Yeah. I'd say we gained probably around 200.
Yo, as loud as I am,
Yeah.
fucking microphone.
I always hear that in your lives. I'm like, what is it?
You know the pig? The little squeaky pig?
I love it. Can
Hi, how are you? Yes, yes, how are
I?
you?
So look, there's a lady that's trying to take pictures of me over here. I've never seen her before. Some people got mad because I took a picture of her. She's supposed to be press.
What lady is it?
The one that looks like she wants to kill me.
Oh,
With
who?
the high heels and a white mask and a big camera around her neck. But some girl said it was their friend, and so I was like, oh, okay, cool. But I should be able to take a picture of somebody without a problem because I've never seen them at any protest ever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know who you're talking
So like,
about.
yeah. She's like coming up trying to take like big pictures of me and stuff. So like, I don't even want to go to a protest ever again.
Yeah.
Because of her.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who that is.
Like I've like never seen her before.
Grab one of.
I got a better shot, better lighting here. Bear gang. Just give it a few seconds.
Breathe right on the motherfucking freeway. Breathe right on the motherfucking freeway. Breathe right. Y'all gotta say that shit louder. Her color just white under the oath. It's fucking Breeway or the freeway. Breeway. I said Breeway. I said Breeway.
I don't know where, like I said, I don't know where, you know, I don't live in Eugene, so I don't know where I'm at. I'm clueless.
I like my first like 2 or 3 nights when we were doing the JT.
Right.
The first few nights in there were great. I know this is Portland. I'm so like familiar with every place in Portland.
Right.
Green light on the motherfucking freeway. Green light. Green light. Green light on the motherfucking freeway. Cause black people, they matter here. Black people, they matter here. Black people, they matter here. I said black women, they matter here. Black children, they matter here. Indigenous people, they matter here. Black people, they matter here. Black people, they matter here. I said black people, they matter here. Black people, they matter here. I said black women, they matter here. Black children, they matter here. I said you can't stop the revolution.
Is my stream good or bad, guys? Please let me know.
The revolution. You can't stop 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 the revolution.
All right, thank you, guys. Thank you.
You can't stop the revolution. 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 Cause whose life matters? Say that louder.
We're just gonna move up to the front of the crowd here. It's gonna be the front angle of the crowd.
It is free. You can come on to the
Oops.
Black Lives Matter. 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 Black
Some people from these apartments just joined over there.
March with us. March with us.
Send it!
Cost in a racist system.
I'm gonna hide behind you.
Okay. You're fine. Boop, boop.
No bad protest, new revolution. Hey, how do you spell race?
Yeah, guys. So, obviously, I'm trying to grow my music.
And how do you spell fascist?
Or anybody who has extra free time.
If we don't get it, 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 if
I
we
know.
don't
I switch hands like every like 15 minutes.
Hi, but there's times like when I'm walking on the sidewalk, on the sidewalk, I forget.
Right?
get it, get it. Trevor Martin didn't get it. Trevor Martin didn't get it. Trevor Martin didn't get it. Jonathan Price didn't get it. Jonathan Price didn't get it. Jonathan Price didn't get it. Breonna Taylor didn't get it. Breonna Taylor didn't get it. Breonna Taylor didn't get it. All Sterling didn't get it. All Sterling didn't get it. All Sterling didn't get it. Michael Williams didn't get it. Michael Williams didn't get it. Michael Williams didn't get it. Sandra Bland didn't get it. Sandra Bland didn't get it. Sandra Bland didn't get it. Tamir Rice didn't get it. Tamir Rice didn't get it. Tamir Rice didn't get it. DC Gold didn't get it. DC Gold didn't get it. DC Gold didn't get it. George Floyd didn't get it. George Floyd didn't get it. George Floyd didn't get it. Elijah McClain didn't get it. Elijah McClain didn't get it. Elijah McClain didn't get it. 'Cause whose life matters? Whose life matters? Whose life matters? Whose life matters? Say it louder. Even louder.
Black Lives Matter!
Even louder.
Black Lives Matter!
Whose lives matter?
Share it up. Better share this up. You better share this stream. You better share this stream.
Whose lives matter? Whose lives matter?
Oh, Karen, that is truly an excellent idea. But unfortunately, they're all donating to the NLG, which is, the get out of jail free card for these guys.
Wake up, motherfucker, wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up, motherfucker, wake up!
My mind, it just goes to the kids, the children, you know. But in particular, yeah, absolutely.
Wake up, motherfucker, wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up, motherfucker, wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up, motherfucker, wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up, motherfucker, wake up! Louder! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up, motherfucker, wake up! Wake up, motherfucker, wake up! Hey, cause I didn't get no sleep cause of y'all. Y'all ain't gonna get no sleep cause of me.
Karen, that's such an awesome program that they'll do that. Train it for free once it's grown up. That's an excellent program. And much deserved and earned for your husband, absolutely.
I ain't get no sleep cause of y'all. I ain't get no sleep cause of y'all. Louder! Louder! Okay, I ain't get no sleep.
I'm gonna try a better view here, better lighting up front. There we go.
Who got the power?
We got the power.
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 Hanging a
Who
left.
got the power?
We got the power.
Who got the power? Who got the power?
Hot Wheels leading the way.
Your support. This is the way to do it.
Alright, y'all know how we end the Yankees. Get those flashes out.
That's right, Karen. You do need a permit. Number one, and number two, there are noise ordinances. Generally speaking, in the summertime, they'll let you go a bit later. I believe it's 9, in some cases 10 p.m. latest for noise. But permits are always needed. It is public roadways, even in a park. And that's not just, for organization. It's also for safety. EMTs, paramedics, in the event there's a health issue. While people are practicing their First Amendment and free speech, which everyone has a right to. But there is a proper way of doing it, and that is to the book. Chris, thank you for sharing. Good to have you with us, brother. Pleasure. I've had contact with many people across the country, going back to Minneapolis and the precinct, and I've yet to actually have a buddy from Nebraska, so welcome and good to meet you, brother. Uh, Karen, that's not a shopping cart. That's the amplifier that they use the loudspeaker system. It's that big, and it is quite powerful. While they're making this moment of silence here, let me see if I can get a better view for you guys. Just of the lighting.
Lives matter. Whose lives matter?
That was short
Whose
lived.
lives matter? Whose lives matter? Whose lives matter? Whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter!
Whose lives matter? 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 Say whose lives matter? Whose
You
lives
imagine
matter?
sleeping in there? That's one hell of a way to wake up. You didn't know what was going on.
Right?
Dude.
Dude.
Say it louder.
Black Lives Matter!
Even louder.
Black Lives Matter!
Even louder.
Black Lives Matter!
Even louder. Whose lives matter? Whose lives matter? Whose
Look at
lives
Trey.
matter? Whose lives 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 matter? Say whose lives matter? 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 Say it louder. Even louder. Even louder. Whose lives matter? Whose lives matter? Whose life matters?
That'd be one hell
Thank
of
you
a
guys for
fucking
coming.
way.
Chris, no police presence whatsoever, as to not incite anything. If they do observe, it is from a distance. They'll generally stay a few blocks back or ahead, and that is merely to help prevent traffic from having interaction with them.
4 years of my life.
He baits, bro.
They keep us safe. Yeah, we're back here tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Move at 7. Yeah. Don't mingle at 6. Don't mingle at 6. But we're going to move at 7 probably, I'm going to be honest. So, yeah, if you don't know who we are because you got out of your homes your first time marching, we're Black Unity. If you want to know when events will be, you can follow our Instagram at Black Unity OR. Facebook is Black underscore Unity. Black underscore Unity. Our Twitter is eBlack underscore Unity. So that's where you can find our events. Yeah, tomorrow. At what time? What time? 6.
March at 7!
Yeah. If you care about 7, I mean, tomorrow, mark my words, I will be there at 5:30. On God. Hey, yo, can I just see a show of hands?
That's right, Karen. Blue states such as California, Washington, Oregon, New York. But with William Barr designating New York, Oregon, as well as Washington, Portland, and Seattle, and New York City designated anarchy zones, they will not be applicable for federally subsidized funds. So we shall see what de Blasio, what Ted Wheeler, and I'm not sure who the governor of or the mayor of Seattle is, but we'll see how that works.
5:30. 5:30. Okay. So, maybe. Okay. So, thank you, everybody. Midas, thank you. Everybody, thank you. But Midas, wow.
Did I hear Pornhub?
All right.
Yes, Karen, I'm thankful to see that in, I can't even pronounce it, Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. And it's very important to stop it early and stop it fast. It's like wildfire. If you don't address it early, you get it spreading like, quote, a wildfire. And I'm just thankful to see that Wisconsin was kept under control today. And it was quite entertaining watching that one woman earlier.
Direct action type shit. Find
I do have two streams. One is in Seattle, the other is in California. I'm not too sure what's on them, but as this slows down, if we have nothing else to see, it's worth giving them a check on.
On Facebook. I would love to get y'all involved. We got some shit coming up next week, and I need about 50 to 80 people. So hit me the fuck up, please. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, if you need a ride home, come find me. Yeah, if this is your first time out and you're interested in being a youth activist, you can also come and find me. Yeah, don't go home alone.
That's right. Kenosha, I actually was part of a page that covered that night. And because of the coverage, it actually quadrupled in size overnight from, 700 followers to 2,800. And then it grew to 10,000. And we had a podcast on YouTube. And what led to my channel here is just recently splitting from that. But I did cover that event. That page was actually shut down. It was monetized. They demoted the page, and it was merely for mentioning an individual's name who had to act in self-defense that night. And I can speak from witnessing it from all angles, every side. I even have it screen recorded, as I knew that Facebook would delete it. And it's just so unfortunate what that event has become. And it was also tough to watch that auto dealership go up because there was a streamer, just like a person holding the camera here, who walked right past a car that was being set ablaze. And they could have easily put it out, and then that spread to 13 and set the whole lot on fire. And yeah, I'm not going to get too much into it, but I'm well aware of Kenosha, and just like I said, thankful to hear that tonight it was under control in Wisconsin.
We keep us safe. We keep us safe. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
All right, good night, guys. If anyone needs a ride home, I have 4 seats in my car.
Come back soon. Yeah, I will.
You can send me is that, do you just stream on your phone? Yeah, I have a DJ page you can do
She needs a ride. She needs a ride.
Everybody else see it live. Is anyone going to Carson?
Eugene. Got a slightly better view here. Just gonna pull it up. Same crowd in Eugene.
Yeah, you as well. Yeah. Be safe. Yeah. See you next time. Do you ever go to Portland at all?
I mean, occasionally. I don't really have. I follow the PDX BLM events on Instagram.
Yeah.
And when I have the day off, I go up there. But like 9 times out of 10, I don't.
Do you have a day off tomorrow?
No, I fucking work.
That's intriguing.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I think I'm going up there tomorrow. I think. So.
Yeah. It's so funny because I actually tried to message.
If Trey's going there tomorrow, there'll be something going on. An event.
Yeah, just keep sending them. If we're not friends on Facebook, and then it'll be in my.
Oh, sexy.
Ooh.
There you go.
Nice. Said you can't milk them? Something like that. I don't know. Well, yeah, get home safe. Hit me up if you have a weekend off or something. Just spam me on Facebook.
Yeah, we'll do.
Post to my wall or something. So.
All right, brother.
Awesome. Yeah, get home safe.
Why? So many lights.
Oh, I forgot this one was on. Nice lips.
That's PDX Ninja. He's from Portland. And it's weird after, well, it's not weird, but
Look down inside the pocket. He's like looking
after
at the
covering
finger.
so many nights sequentially in a row, you actually learn who the streamers are, what their personalities are like, where they're from, who they affiliate with, what their views are.
I don't know if it went this late. The other one probably didn't. Yeah.
Okay, so direct action tried to do one yesterday or whatever, and there was 15 people there. I was like,
Well, what about the one tonight? Is there still one? Did they do
it's
anything?
the same person, I don't think.
They're probably already done. It's pretty. What time is it right now?
Does anyone know?
Does anybody know anything about the other direct action march downtown Eugene? Are they doing anything? They were supposed to
Cease
meet
to
at the
their work
Freedom
to
Plaza at 8:30 and march at 9. We were kind of close to their area for a little bit.
There
Like when they
were
were supposed to
two
go, but I never saw them.
marches that we were covering here
Do you
tonight,
guys know anything
guys. I
about
was
that? Are they still
wondering
doing
that.
anything?
You guys should have got me falling out of the truck, and you guys should have got me dying when I
Oh,
decided.
the truck.
Yeah. And then you guys should have got me when I was almost towards the end when I decided to take hits off of a puff bar and put it under my mask, and then I got out and
Just
started
reading your comment now, Chris.
dying again.
Dying again.
Yeah. I mean, shit, I have infinite life, so.
It's like a cat.
I don't get STDs. That makes sense. I get more lives.
Nice. Fuck yeah, dude.
8 claps and then you're done.
Jeez Louise.
Chris, I agree with that to a certain extent. But I think it's much more
How's
radicalized
Portland?
than that.
I don't know. I think I'm still connected. I'll check Woke real quick.
Potentially what it can and will become, just given based on what their demands are, who's running the show, who they're affiliated with, who they will and will not acknowledge, who they back and support, who they do not. Things that will definitely can potentially and will change the course of our country as we know it, and it will not be for the better.
Huh?
And I'm not speaking from a political sense. I'm speaking from a quality of life sense. I'm speaking from everything as the way that we know it, and it's truly deeply concerning. And I do know that China and Russia are loving every second of it and have been.
Yeah, right.
The
Yeah.
U.S. essentially became a cancer, basically eating its own self from the inside out, its own
I don't
worst
think so.
enemy. And unless these two sides come together to speak, have discourse, dialogue, with respectful communication, nothing is going to be accomplished. But I saw, a press conference today with Pelosi speaking about the 25th Amendment. So you already know what her plan is to take over, being third in line in the chain of command. You know who gets the launch codes. And it's just flagrantly obvious what has been occurring, whether it be mail-in balloting, whether it be paying felons. Literally, Bloomberg in Florida paid for felons fees so that they could have the ability to vote. Now, if that's not paying for someone's vote, if that's not a quid pro quo, what is? And the Dems do that. That this bail reform. Oh well, guess who's getting calls after they get out of prison from the left saying, "Hey, remember who got you out of there? You're gonna remember us this November." That's exactly what occurs and happens. And I am just the furthest from a political person you will ever meet or see. I worked myself to death. I have degenerative spinal cord trauma. I do not have the strength for BS. The only thing I have the strength for is not about looking at things about whether they're right or wrong, but how they are. There's certain things in life you can't change, and there's certain things that you can. And that's where we're at. And bear with me, I'm just reading your comments now.
Charlie, go off the curb.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. Bloomberg, de Blasio, Cuomo, you'll never hear, him admit that he's responsible for tens of thousands of deaths in New York because of his policy to put the elderly with C19, and I use that word to avoid a flag word, C19 patients, elderly into the elderly homes, thus creating hotspots in those homes. I covered a protest of the family members who marched on the Capitol, up at Albany, Capitol building, the family members who had loved ones who passed because of that. And then as for the civil conflict, there is the potential for that. I have many friends, both active and vets, in the military. Some of them 100,000 rounds they have that they've accumulated over the past years. Not that they're hoarding, but that it's better to be prepared than it is to be scared. And when you're privy to certain information more than others, or you've been covering this stuff like we have going back to Minneapolis, you see a different side of things that isn't shown in the news. I will give Fox props because they are the one mass media network that did show what has happened in Portland and some other cities. But again, it's only because it fits their narrative. I uh, I saw an interview done by a streamer, and they actually sell their videos to these media companies. And he said he would literally sell the same video to both Fox and CNN. What he would do is he would just change the title. One, he would say, BLM activist gets sprayed in the face by a Trumper. Then he would change that and then say BLM attacks Trump supporter for wearing his hat. Literally, you change the narrative and you flip it from one to the other, and you can make money from both sides. And these streamers you see before you, they can clear between 1.5, $1,500 and $3,000 a night. That's a night. Now, some streamers doing exactly what I do. There's a certain individual who my past channel was affiliated with and knew he can clear $10,000 a night in donations. Now, I will say that his channel I have respect for because Tuesdays he donates 100% of proceeds to law enforcement, uh, uh, vets, uh, assistance programs, and etc. So that I truly do view as admirable and respectable. So it's not like he's just strictly cashing in. Um, let's just check out and see if there's any other streams at the moment. Eugene, Seattle. We're going to check one out real quick. I doubt that it's active, but we'll see. This is Seattle. Now that one didn't come up. And the last we will try is in Lafayette, California. No bueno. We'll head back to Eugene real quick to finish up the night. And I am just reading your comments here. Bear with me, guys. It's quite difficult. If you saw the logistical feat that goes into doing what I do, you got a multi-screen, you got 5 different programs. It's quite a logistical feat. And I appreciate your guys' patience throughout it. You've just been a great chat, a great group of people to share the night with. Let me give you some audio here.
Down.
In the leg. In the leg. He said, I'd be down to save myself in the leg. And
Fuck
I
that, dog.
And he said, no.
Fuck
Just
that.
scrolling up in the comments here. Nathan Eli, with China, India right now on the border is quite active.
It's a beehive.
So I would see them taking that first and dealing with that first, if need be. Then thereafter, at least in the near future. In the distant future, I could definitely view that as a possibility. That's right, Nathan, because there's African Americans that support Trump and Mexicans, so that would mean that they would go to war against their own race. No, Nathan, I think that they truly would sit it out. They would not get involved. I don't foresee that being the war fought. I truly do view it as the anarchists, that we all know who they are. The left seems to think that with the practice of appeasement, that they will get what they want and be pleased. But what the left does not understand is that the anarchists do not care if you are left or you are right. They truly believe that what they are doing is a revolution. And just a testament to that fact is please check out my page. Uh, 2 nights ago, or three at this point, in Portland, you'll see the battle that took place there at an ICE detention facility. Now, conflicts like that have been going on now for 135 days, but that's the type of battles and skirmishes that will be fought. Now, it's truly sad because what was done was so simple but so elegant with the educational system, with the prefrontal cortex of, say, a 16, 17, 18, 20-year-old person. It's like a sponge, it's still forming. So they're literally able to indoctrinate the beliefs and views that will last a lifetime on that individual. Now, out of 20 people arrested, 20 Antifa members arrested in Portland, 12 of them were teachers. One of them is a kindergarten teacher by the name of Rex Johnson. So let that sink in. How young those views started to become instilled in those children. And all you have to do is literally Google her name and see she is anti everything. And it's just truly concerning that she still has a job, if she does have a job, to go back to teach after viewing what I've viewed for 135 days straight. Just heinous. Karen, I know. I looked to my nightstand dresser next to me, and I had 22 HPs sitting right there. Long rifle, random shells. Chris, I'm just gonna read his comment out loud for you guys. He said, "Yes, far better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war zone. Just updated technology from newspapers to magazines to video to fit that narrative. I'm really glad I found your stream. I really appreciate you, man. And to be honest, without C19 happening, putting everybody in their homes, uh, without Facebook in particular and these social platforms, this new kind of social radical warfare, if you want to consider it that, it, it would have been completely prevented. It never would have happened. But never once in society have you ever had the opportunity to, at the click of a mouse, reach thousands of people at once, or literally coordinate in real time against law enforcement or the National Guard to counterattack, to escape, to do whatever, to vandalize, to burn, to loot. It's never happened before. And it's a new type of technology and a new breed of war, but it's also a domestic one. If you want to use the W word for it, conflict is more accurate because it's not been peaceful, at least not the 135 days that I've witnessed straight. So, where we go from here is just one day at a time. I hear people speaking to me, oh, there's a civil war, we're on the brink of it. I tell them no. Between now and November, there are way too many variables to ever say anything like that. You wait until November and you reassess then. But you can't freak out now. All you do is you prepare and you hope for the best. But I should hope that the silent majority is just that, and that the voting is accurate and it's by a landslide, because if it isn't, it will be contested either way, and then it will get dragged out, and we all know where that's going. And it's not to the benefit of any citizen in America, it's to the benefit of the politicians that are waging that fight, only with themselves in mind. You know, I'm going to give you an example from the right and an example from the left. Take Pelosi, right? Uh, Mnuchin, Steve Mnuchin, going back a couple months, said, while we're negotiating, this was back when they were first negotiating the new stimulus package. He said, I will give a 1 week $600 federal unemployment while we're talking. Now, if Pelosi truly did care about the people that she represented who were unemployed, she would have taken that. It was free money for those people to help support their families. But she turned it down. And she said, no, unless you accept my terms, it is what it is. And that's the way it's been from the start. Now, you take the right. How do you rationalize and how do you reason with someone like that? It shouldn't be about left or right. It should be about right or wrong and what the people say. And I should just hope that the people speak this November because it's just truly unfortunate. Many people are completely unaware of what has taken place since late May. Whether it be the elderly, the senior citizens who form a big part of the silent majority, who just tune in occasionally to CNN or MSNBC or Fox, and there's no coverage of stuff like this. Stuff that is happening in America that is affecting people in America. And it is worthy of coverage, it is worthy of attention, and it is worthy of a discussion. If it's not to be stopped, it needs to be addressed in some manner. And just talking about it is the first step to doing that. You can't just turn a blind eye and act like it's going to go away, you know? Exactly, Nathan. They don't care about Democrats or Republicans, the anarchists. That's correct. That's right, Nathan. And I agree, Karen. After November 3rd, it is going to be a shit show unless there is a landslide, because that's the only way that it will be uncontested, you know? Eli, Callie, good to have you. I've had contact with a lot of people, good friends I formed friendships with these past months in Cali, um, some in Portland. Uh, I'm glad that those fires are under control now and that the air is better out there, man. I know that it was a rush to get those gas masks uh, and out of some areas going back a ways. In fact, there was an observatory I was covering a fire of. It almost got lit ablaze. I'm not sure if it did, but I was trying to show people around the country how those fires were affecting your state, and I just hope that that observatory made it because I know that it's been up there a long while. It's on a mountain that I can't recall, and if you happen to know or recall it, please comment that in chat. I want to say it was near Sacramento, but I honestly can't recollect. But that about does it for tonight, ladies and gents. It's been my pleasure again. Um, let's see, we got anything else? That looks to be it. To be honest, for a Saturday, very slow, very slow. Normally Friday, Saturday, Sunday are pretty good days, so I fully expect something to happen tomorrow. And just hope again that it's peaceful, but with the amount of variables that be, it, you can always expect the unexpected. And Chris, Nathan, Karen, I just want to thank you guys and say have a blessed night. Peace be with you. Just a pleasure to come across you guys. And for those of you who maybe didn't take part in chat, please feel more than free to next time. And if not, just appreciate everyone for being respectful of everyone's views and for just a positive environment for people to come to for coverage. That about does it. I'll catch you on the next one. For those of you who haven't, please like, follow, subscribe, that whole deal. Yeah, I know I sound like a panhandler, but honestly, Facebook algorithms, they don't care too kindly for people of my kind who just merely want to show people what is occurring to formulate their own opinion and basis of fact based on what they see with their own eyes rather than have it told to them by a mass media company. I think that's pretty simple, and someone should have a right to do that. But there is a strong degree of censorship on Facebook, so I just wish you all the best, and we'll catch you on the next one. Mac, have a good night, and thank you so much for being with us. Have a good night, all.